Hi, good evening. My name's Jason Debly, and tonight's whiskey review is an American whiskey from Kentucky. It's a bourbon. Wild Turkey is a brand that everybody knows, and in particular, it is the Wild Turkey 101 or 50.5% alcohol by volume. It's affordable, and it's about $20 cheaper than Longbranch. And what I have here tonight is Wild Turkey Longbranch. It's not 50.5% alcohol by volume. It is 43%. And it's a collaboration between celebrity actor Matthew McConaughey and the master distiller at Wild Turkey. And what's his name? His son is now there. It's Eddie Russell. And his father, I can't remember, his name was there forever. Anyway, a collaboration between their master distiller and celebrity, Matthew McConaughey, who's from Austin, Texas. And what's his contribution? He must like bourbon. And it seems to be genuine in the promotional material for it. Well, Matthew McConaughey says, Texas mesquite wood can impart really good flavors for bourbon in the filtration process. So this particular bourbon undergoes filtration twice. First with American white oak wood used for charcoal. The White Dog Pure Spirit pours through that. And then a second filtration through mesquite wood. Charcoal produced from that. And then they put it in barrels and age it. And we're going to try it tonight. I haven't tried this before. I bought it just tonight and thought we'd do something different. Totally unrehearsed. I did look up the Mashbill on this, and I'm just struggling to get the plastic off. This is truly unrehearsed because I'm fighting with the plastic on here. Anyway, the Mashbill, what can I tell you? 75% corn, 13% rye, and 12% malted barley. There. Okay. So, cork stopper. So 75% corn. 13% rye, 12% malted barley, 43% alcohol by volume. Right away, that tells me this is going to be a lot milder, probably not as spicy and robust as Wild Turkey 101. On the nose, I pick up that classic bourbon Tennessee whiskey, limestone, water, Oh yeah, there's a mineral note to it. Definitely some vanilla and oak in here. It's a nice nose. It's very pleasant. Very nice. Okay, let's try this undiluted. Only 43%. I haven't had anything to eat in about 3 hours or to drink. So I have a very mild palate. It's cleansed. This had some spice. Initially orange rind. A little bit of grilled pineapple. It's creamy, citrus. It's a classic bourbon. I do notice the house style of Wild Turkey. Bourbon purists are going to prefer Wild Turkey 101 because so many guys, the higher the proof, the better they think it must be, kind of like horsepower in a vehicle, and that's only true up to a point. And I like this a lot. I like Wild Turkey 101, but you got to be in the mood for it. And really, I have to cut that with a bit of water. Otherwise, I'll be in a wheelchair. This is refined. Probably, you know, it's smoother than the 101, but I wouldn't call this smooth. This has got some power. Cedar, maple sugar, brown sugar, caramel, cinnamon, all those classic notes. Let's talk about the finish. A little bit of smoke, oranges again, camphor, wood smoke. It's good. This is a good bourbon. I would experiment with a little bit of water. Not a lot of water, probably like a quarter of a teaspoon, or just a couple of drops to see if it opens it up in an interesting way. Gotta take another sip. Yeah, it's good. There's no age statement on this, but on the website, they declare that it's 8-year-old bourbon. And it tastes like 8-year-old bourbon. I'm not tasting any young whiskey in here. This is, there's some maturity, but there's a lot of spice and a lot of horsepower. You know, some people like their bourbon with ice. A slice of lemon or something, or certainly would make a killer mixed drink. Sidecar, Manhattan. It's about $15, $20 more than Wild Turkey 101. So again, I think some people will take issue with that. But I think 101 has its place, and so does this. I think this is more of a crowd pleaser. You know, people have described this as being a more friendly for a newbie to bourbon. I'm not so sure. It's got some power. But I do like the Longbranch Wild Turkey, and it's a Kentucky straight bourbon that I would recommend to anybody. And it would be interesting to try this in a week or 2 weeks after it's oxidized a bit with the air getting in there, see if that changed the flavors. Probably might make it a little bit milder. Let's try that one more time. Oops. Nice nose, you know, like fresh rainfall, you know. It's good. I'm sorry, I'm at a loss for words. Yeah, a friend of mine, he says it's a little bit thin. I don't think it's too thin. I think it's got some kick. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and in the next couple of weeks, I don't know what I'm going to review, just whatever I find on the shelves.